Scotty, beam me up.
Smash.
Get over here! It is pointless to resist.
All right. We are here to talk wrestling. We've got our buddy Tony back with us. We've got Colt, aka Egore from the band 13.
What
Out
up?
of makeup. It's great to see your actual face on the show for a change,
Yeah,
bud.
no clown this time.
Yeah, you've been on the show a bunch. We're here to talk strictly wrestling, though. And we said we were going to bring you back for one, and here you are, finally. We've tried this before. Things haven't gone as well, but hey, you're here now. That's all that matters.
Yep. Plastic bitch gets in the way, but
Yep, absolutely.
Yep.
But here we are. We're here to talk WrestleMania 38. We're here to talk AEW. We're here to talk all things going on in today's wrestling world, because there's a lot of shit going on. Now, what do we want to go through? What I want to go through first is Colt. When, where, why? How did you get into wrestling?
Well, like when I was a little kid, I knew my dad watched it a lot with my brother and sister. That was their like connection thing, and kind of knew what it was. And then I met my friend Bryant down in Florida, and he showed me ECW, Ring of Honor, and everything else, and just kind of fell in love from there, from 6th grade up, and then from there started backyard wrestling and all that fun shit, and leading up to going to professional wrestling school at 18 and dropping out.
It's tough, isn't it?
Oh yeah, knee injury in like the first 3 weeks. Just couldn't do it.
I trained for a year, blew out my knee, and it was either going in a knife and sit for 6 months, or quit wrestling and just hobble along for a little bit and wait till it gets better, if it gets better.
Yeah.
But so that's what I did. I couldn't afford the time off work, so I had to choose the route that I didn't want to take.
Basically same.
Yeah. But it was fun while it lasted. I enjoyed the ass kickings I got during the workout.
I enjoyed Chop Day.
Oh my! Okay. Here's where we differ. Because Chop Day, what they did was they did a line, like a paddle line.
Yep.
Now this is a chop line. Everybody on the roster lines up in a line, and you just walk by them and get a chop from every single one of them, as hard as they can slap you.
We did 2 chops each.
Oh, 2? Oh, that's worse.
Yeah, class of 10. So.
And it was tradition that every new guy had to take a chair shot from the hardest hitter on the roster too.
See, I didn't have to deal with that, thankfully.
It was to the back, so it was a safe one. So, like, there's that. But I've taken a couple to the head, and that was not fun. So.
Oh yeah.
but the whole experience, the fact that I got to live a childhood dream, that was something for me. I got to be in a ring. I got to work for a little bit.
Yeah, at least getting to run the ropes and feel what it's like to be in there,
And even tearing down the ring or setting it up was fun.
Mm-hmm.
I looked forward to that. Whereas as a musician, I hated setting up for a show.
Dude, same. It's fucking. Oh my god.
You get it.
Tear down is way worse.
No, here's the thing. I enjoyed Teardown.
Yeah.
Because it was relaxing to me, because we had just played all that music, all that energy still going through me. Tearing down is just real therapeutic. putting everything in the case, winding up your cables, all that shit. I get to really focus my brain on being OCD for a little bit.
But dude, it would take forever if all it took is one guy fucking around, and then your whole rest of your night was fucked.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were some nights that teardown sucked, but like setting up was definitely the worst part for me.
No, both are pretty annoying to me because like I push myself way too fucking hard when I'm on stage, and the second I stop, my body's like, okay, it's time to
let's go lay down here for a minute.
Yeah, and my amp doesn't have casters or anything on it, so I just have to pick up my cab and awkwardly walk that shit off stage after.
I know your pain there. Like I never had anything on wheels, so it was like.
Our new bassist, he got this brand new amp it came with casters and everything. He just looks at me as he pushes it up the ramp.
Yeah, man. Way back in the day, I had the Ampeg the cabinet that had the eights in it or whatever the fuck it was, or 810s in it. So the cabinet is almost as big as every dude in the band. And some of the gigs that we had, you had to haul it up 2 or 3 flights of stairs, haul it back down. And that was for suckers. But then eventually I got one where it was cut in half, where it was just like the 410s in it, and had the 4 casters, whereas the big guy, you had to rock it back, and it only had the 2 wheels on it. That was a pain in the ass. But
I wouldn't want to do that shit. No.
You see, casters.
Yeah, but I was.
Go ahead, Don.
I was 18, so you had to get the biggest fucking cabinet available.
Yep. For sure. But yeah, casters would have made tearing down a ring a little bit easier.
Yeah.
So, like moving ring posts is a little bit of a motherfucker when it's just one guy. So those things are about 100 pounds a piece, and you got to pick it up on your shoulder. And it's impossible to carry it with 2 people because all that weight's in one end.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, the whole thing is heavy, but all the weight in a ring post is at the end because otherwise it wouldn't stand up.
Yep.
And it gives room for you to get the ropes hooked in so you can bend it back or whatever a little bit. But those fuckers are so awkward. Like, put some wheels on them at least.
Please.
But like,
dude, I wonder what WWE ring crew had to deal with when they had the heated ring for the couple WrestleManias ago, where they had the vents coming through the posts into the ring.
Yeah. Oh God. I don't want to know.
Yeah. What was that for?
What was that for?
What was that for?
I don't remember which WrestleMania it was, but it was freezing out apparently
in New
Oh,
York.
it's okay. Yeah.
Might have been one of the New York ones.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
So they were pumping heat through the ring.
Fucking technology.
Right.
Am I cutting out?
No, you're good.
God damn it.
You're good.
Okay. So they were pumping heat to the ring to keep the ring warm, or what were they doing?
They had like an actual heating unit under the ring that went up through the posts, and the ring posts had vents on them that blasted the heat into the ring. So the ring itself was a heated environment.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Because you got to think a WWE ring today. It's not just 4 posts, some ropes, some plywood, your foam, and the ring skirts. No. The ring skirts, they only have 2 of them now.
Yeah, the big LED.
Giant LED board. Yeah. So you got all that crap under there to make that work. You got a microphone so that the crowd can hear them whenever they hit the mat.
Yeah.
And then you got all the fucking weapons. You got the tables. You got the kendo sticks. Why that shit's always there? Like you just never know. Like
Just in
case.
like there's not always a hardcore match on the card, but you never know. Let's just throw some tables and some chairs and a couple giant ladders. We're not gonna have a ladder match tonight, but fuck it.
But we need
the
that
thumbtack
24-foot ladder.
Yeah, for Jeff Hardy to nearly kill people from. But all right. So WrestleMania 38. Not all of us watched it, I know. But those of us who did, we go and just give our opinions on these matches because it's probably one of the best WrestleManias in quite some time. Like, me and Craig have talked about it.
Yeah.
Like, a little bit.
Yeah.
And, like, it's just, I wasn't expecting it to be this good. I don't keep up with Raw and SmackDown, really. I read the results now and then, but it's boring to me anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's my thing. Yeah.
Real quick on that note, before this tonight, I watched the Raw After Mania on Hulu straight through. There was 2 matches. The first one was 40 minutes in on Hulu with no commercials, and the second one was an hour and 2 minutes in.
That's horrible. There was only 2 matches in the 90-minute cut.
90-minute cut. Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yep. And there was 2 heel turn segments right after each other. It was dumb.
Oof.
I expect the Raw After Mania to be one of the biggest, best Raws of the year.
Yeah.
And that was one of the worst things I have seen in a very long time. The Cody Rhodes promo was great, but other than that, Elias came out shaved as his younger brother Ezekiel.
Okay. Here, I said this earlier on Facebook in a comment thread, but if you're gonna name the guy Ezekiel, have him keep the beard.
Yeah.
Shave the mustache.
It's his
have
younger
him keep the
brother.
beard. No, mate, you want to bring back Amish roadkill in this scenario, but if you're gonna call the guy Ezekiel, you have him keep his beard and shave the mustache.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
You're gonna call him Ezekiel, you better make him an Amish guy.
Yes, we need Roadkill Part 2. That's
not racist. That's not racist. That's fact. Because,
there's nothing wrong with a chicken fucker.
What are they gonna do? So they don't watch TV. You know what I mean? Like,
He'd forgive you anyways.
Vince.
Yeah,
retire.
exactly. They would pray for you.
I'm gonna talk about Vince here in a minute. Okay. So night 1, there's 2 nights of WrestleMania. They've been doing this past couple of years. Makes sense. They got a lot of fucking talent. Time they showcase. But instead of trying to cram it all into a 7-8 hour show in one day, which I watched WrestleMania, what was it, 36? When the women main evented for the first time. So yeah, that was 7 from kickoff show to end of WrestleMania. It was 7.5 hours long.
too much. Way too much.
I watched it live. I was like, I gotta work in the
Holy
morning.
Yeah.
Like, this can end any day now. So yeah, the 2-night, I like that. First of all, I just want to leave that because it gives you time for more matches, which there are. 7 matches on night 1, 9 on night 2. A couple of them were impromptu, but you take what you can get. So, the very first match for WrestleMania 38, the Usos defending the SmackDown Tag Team titles against Shinsuke Nakamura and Rick Boogs.
Boogs.
Great. Yes, it was a great match until Rick Boogs tore his quad.
Yeah.
And you see it happen, and it's just awful. You feel terrible for the guy because it's in the middle of a moment. Like, he's got both the Usos on his back for like a half a second, and his knee gives out.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Ooh, no."
Yeah. When I first saw it, I was just like, "Oh shit!" And then the way he recovered from it. I'm like, "Well, maybe that was a spot." Because
when he did the squat, I thought was when he tore it, but
yeah, because you could see he kind of collapsed.
Yeah.
Well, I think that was intentional when he took the knee. I think he meant to do that, but like when he was coming back up, you could see him struggling a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when he did the fireman's carry spot, that's when it gave out.
Yeah.
And it was just like I knew about it going in because I had to watch the replays, but that's rough. When you see anybody get injured. And then they did the replay for Big E's neck injury the next night.
Yeah.
The way he landed.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. He's lucky.
I love
Yeah,
the tribute to Big E that they did with their
Yeah.
all the
when they
Big
wore
E
when they wore the gear.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
I was just
But-
disappointed in that match. Like,
Yeah, that was. We'll get to that. We'll
yeah.
get to that. That's night two. That's night two. But anyway.
Yeah.
But I will say this: Kofi Kingston, please don't ever wear shorts. Ever. I love you, man, but stick to the long tights, please. For the sake of all of us. Yeah, but anyway, it was a great match for what Nakamura did what he could, like on the fly, and that's the great thing about these guys is they can work on the fly if they have to, and they had to because I read that they had to change the finish. Like I don't know what the original finish was, but they had to change the finish after he tore his quad.
yeah.
So I don't know if they were meant to go over or if he was supposed to get the pin on him or whatever. But
I still think that the Usos would probably still win it. Just for all the shit they did on all the stuff they did on Raw last night.
Yeah.
I did see a few segments of Raw and just the way that they closed Raw with Reigns having the 2 belts and then them with the SmackDown belts. I think they were supposed to still go over.
yeah, it's hard to say though because everything changes all the time there. So
Yeah.
it's hard. I don't know. But Usos win, obviously, because this is after WrestleMania. If you've seen Raw, you know what happened. But match 2 is Drew McIntyre versus Baron Corbin. I refuse to call him Happy Corbin because it's a stupid name. Okay, this was a good match for what it was. Like, it was a grudge match because, like, again, I don't keep up on Raw and stuff, but they do play the vignettes, so that kind of helps fill you in a little bit. And like,
Yeah.
he said some shit about Drew's mom, and I was just like, oh, don't go there. Like, you don't, not even if it's scripted, don't fucking go there because he's Scottish. You're really gonna piss this guy off. And being Scots Irish, I know you don't want to make Scots people mad. Like, you just don't. Bad news bears. But I don't know. What do you guys think about this match?
I didn't like it.
No.
Yeah,
I don't. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna simply say it was just I couldn't even concentrate on it. I was in a far off land. It just wasn't good.
I was happy.
Yeah.
I was happy when it was over.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is just a match that didn't really have to be on WrestleMania in my opinion. They were just
Raw. This could have been on
Yeah.
Raw or one of the throwaway pay-per-views.
Yeah.
So they had that, which you guys say could just been on Raw, whatever, but they didn't have Finn Balor, the United States champion, doing anything.
Or Ricochet, the Intercontinental.
Or Ricochet. Yep.
They didn't have either of their secondary titles on the show.
That's bullshit.
It is bullshit, especially given the history of both of them.
Oh yeah.
The United States title goes all the way back to fucking Mid-Atlantic Wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
The Intercontinental Championship, Pat Patterson. Pat fucking Patterson. If you okay. Yeah.
That's all you got to say.
Ooh. Vince, as much as you claim to have loved Pat Patterson, you're gonna do that to the Intercontinental title.
Yeah, I'm more pissed about that from night 2 with all the tag matches that they had, the multiple per person tag matches. From night 2, you could have had an IC title in there somewhere. You could have done something.
All right, there's a couple names we're gonna mention here. Like one on this next match, the other name is on night 2, so I'll bring that up then. But the Miz and Logan Paul versus the Mysterios. Okay, first of all, I hate Logan Paul. Fucking despise this guy in every sense of the word. That being said, this was an entertaining match.
I hate the Miz. I feel the same way about the Miz. I don't know enough about
I
Logan
despise him too. I despise both of them, but Logan Paul is one of the most annoying. Him and his brother are 2 of the most annoying motherfuckers on the planet. Second only to the Jersey Shore crew.
To who?
The Jersey Shore crew.
Okay.
those fuckers. But
Yeah.
like this
Fucking
was
snow.
overall, it was an entertaining match to me because like I hate to say that, but I also hate to say that I cheered when the Miz hit Logan Paul with his finisher
Yeah.
at the end of it all.
Yeah.
I cheered and I laughed because I was like, good, that fucker, I hate him.
It seemed like a lot of people were cheering that.
It was pretty funny.
Yeah.
But wasn't commentary trying to play it off as like Miz being heelish and trying to play Paul as the face in that situation?
I don't know, but
That seemed like what they were trying.
still got booed out of the arena
Yes.
when he stood up and was selling it and was walking to the back. He was getting booed the entire time.
Yeah.
It was fucking hilarious. But I want to touch on this. The Mysterios, Dominic and Ray, they both wore outfits. I want to say it was in tribute to Eddie Guerrero and Art Barr. If you've ever seen video footage of those two as a tag team in Mexico back in the mid '90s, and look at their outfits, you can see that in what the Mysterios were wearing on WrestleMania. They had the tassels. Dominic's was pure American flag get up. Ray was wearing a Mexican flag, but you know, Art Barr and Eddie Guerrero were Los Gringos Locos, the crazy foreigners, you know, and they were wearing American flag gear with tassels hanging off. So that's where I saw the connection. I saw that as a tribute to Eddie and Art, which was awesome.
Yeah.
Like a little subtle nod.
Yeah, a lot of frog splashes and what did he call his and the three suplexes?
Three amigos.
Three amigos.
Yep. Logan Paul actually hit that, and that really angered me.
And the frog splash too, yeah.
Dominic hit the frog splash show and redeemed it. So
yeah,
I was
yes.
okay with that. But the three amigos never got redeemed. Oh well. Anyway. Bianca Belair versus Becky Lynch.
This is when I
Raw
this
tag,
is
Raw
actually
Women's title.
when I first started to get into the pay-per-view. I was kind of bored. I was just sitting there watching it, and then this match was coming up, and it's like, more just kind of boring kind of shit. But for whatever reason, it took this match to like get me sucked in, and then I was in for the rest of the night.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but it was.
I just can't get in Bianca Belair. I don't know what it is about her, the way she works her gimmick, whatever, but I can't.
I don't like her either. That's what's weird about it. I think the whole gimmick, the EST thing, it's they're playing it up to like kids. I don't even know if it's for kids or not. Like who is the product for?
Yeah, I it's for kids with her whole hair thing. That's an action figure seller right there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's an action figure accessory.
Yeah.
But Luchasaurus, he's a talking action figure.
Yes.
Yeah.
But he's also a great athlete. So all that being said, like because I'm in agreement with you guys. Like I can't get behind the gimmick. Like I don't understand it. But all that being said, she is a great athlete.
Yeah.
Like she can work. And so can Becky. But I call Becky Botch Lynch. Because she does. I've seen her botch quite a bit. Not as much as Sasha. Not near as much as Sasha. But Becky does have some issues now and then. But that can come from passion.
Yeah.
Shit like that.
But she kind of looked like a weird Lady Gaga when she
got
entered
the Paramore hair now.
Yeah.
And the extra makeup she was wearing.
Yeah, exactly.
That
Yeah.
took some getting used to. Like,
yeah.
I was a little distracted by that.
Mm.
But any like storyline that goes into a hair thing just kind of loses me. It's like, oh my God, you're cutting their hair. They can fix literally in 5 minutes.
Yep.
Oh no.
And what's weird about that is that Vince Russo actually predicted that they were going to cut Becky Lynch's hair. I watched, I don't even know what it was. It was something on YouTube. And it was after Becky Lynch had an interview about how family is more important to her now. Like her kid is more important to her than wrestling. And Russo was talking, I don't know if it was on his podcast or an interview with somebody, but he was talking about how they'll probably, like, now that she made it known that WWE isn't the most important thing in her life anymore, that Vince is going to like start to fuck with her. And Russo said, oh, she's probably going to they're going to cut her hair and do this and do that. And like 10 days later, what do? They cut her hair on Raw.
Yeah.
Then they take the belt off of her.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, and Bianca Belair, she gets some extra points from me because she got kicked right in the face when Becky Lynch did that front flip.
Yeah.
And she took it right to the face, and she didn't phase her at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, she no-sold that shit. It was fucking. It's so cool. That was straight up Haku right there. Oh, there goes my camera.
Oh no.
Good. But it was a decent match for what it was.
Yeah. And
but
I just can't explain it, but it got me into WrestleMania.
You were finally okay. Now we're at WrestleMania.
Or it was all the beer I was drinking. One of the two.
The buzz started kicking in.
Yeah. Okay, match number 5. This one's where it gets interesting. Because the build up to this match was Seth Rollins is wrestling at WrestleMania, but we don't know who against. Vince McMahon says, I'm going to pick your opponent. Okay. Then the rumors start flying. Cody Rhodes had just left AEW after saying that he's AEW for life.
Yeah.
Cody Rhodes, you're a walking contradiction, first of all. I just want to say that.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to say that. I love it. Like, your father is a goddamn national treasure, and we miss him dearly, but, like, and your brother, like, deserves way more credit than he's ever gotten.
Yeah.
But Cody Rhodes, you're talented, sir, but you're contradictory, man. Think before you speak, brother.
Sold is sold. Again.
Got some screws loose.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah, I didn't really like the crossover. Like I couldn't really get into that match because I was so annoyed with them being there. Like
right.
I don't even.
Yeah. The only thing that I liked about it is they kept, it's Cody's theme. It was Cody's whole gimmick. He got to himself.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like that's what I said going into this. Like if it is Cody Rhodes, they better let him be Cody.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They can't let him go back to Stardust. They can't make him do that. They can't make him go back to being the mid-card guy that he was, the lower mid-card guy. They got to keep him upper mid at least.
Mm-hmm. At least.
From here on. I'm talking from this moment forward, creative needs to keep Cody Rhodes near the top of the mid-card. Because if they don't, they are ruining it again.
Yeah.
And dropping the ball. And he's coming back for nothing. They need to give him a good run with either the U.S. or the IC title, maybe even a world title shot down the line. Because he is a former world champion in 2 different promotions, NWA and ROH. So
honestly, with the promo he cut on Raw,
I haven't seen.
He could be leading up to like the same thing he was talking about that happened with his dad, where he won the title, he won the match, but champion's advantage, won by count out, other dude retains. Yeah. I think because he dropped that in that first promo, he might be hinting at something later on because that's something he likes to do.
Yeah, he does like the foreshadow shit. I haven't seen his promo. I'll have to check it out.
It's good for the most part. He chokes up a little bit, but some of the chokes sound forced and faked to get sympathy, But
yeah, he milked it too long and he milked the crowd too long. It's typical. It was like a typical Cody Rhodes promo. rather than you'd be natural some of the times, and other times you could tell that it was too rehearsed and he went over it too much rather than just letting it flow. But yeah, I was wondering where he was going with that. And then like Roman Reigns at the end of Raw came out, and that was the main event, was just Roman Reigns talking. And I was waiting for Cody Rhodes to come out. He never did. So maybe on SmackDown he might show up, but we'll see where that goes.
Yeah.
It was weird. Yeah, it was weird seeing him back in WWE. As the same guy, Cody Rhodes that he's established for however many years now. And I guess it was a good thing that Brandy wasn't there, because that would just throw everything off.
That would have ruined it.
Yeah.
But that's how I felt when Jeff Hardy debuted in AEW. Because you hear the music.
Dude,
That's not a WWE ring. I was like, whoa, this is weird.
Yeah.
I was so stoked. I think it's so iconic with them together, and the fact that Jeff came there to finish the Hardy Boys story.
Yep.
It was
that
just
music too.
Yeah.
Huh?
With that music too.
Yeah,
Music
that
everybody
music
knows.
means so much to the story of the Hardys.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the theme song.
But no, seriously, it's like there's a movie made about the Hardy Boys. That's the song that's playing in the background the entire time, on repeat. You know, that is it. When you hear that song, you instantly think, "Oh, here comes Matt and Jeff."
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
good.
it just triggers that excitement, that adrenaline's going. You're ready to see something fucking cool.
Yeah,
exactly. And like Cody got to keep his AEW theme and gimmick, basically. And like, if anything, that's the saving grace of it. Like him being able to come over.
Yeah. Plus, they had like a major sale to get rid of all this shit on like pro wrestling tees before.
Yeah. Before we get sued.
Yeah.
But this was a great match. Like Cody versus Rollins. Like Cody said that he can't think of anybody else he would rather face for his WWE return. And I got to agree with him, because Seth Rollins is really fucking good. Sure, he's had a couple fuck ups here and there, but who hasn't? You know what I mean? Everybody has slipped up at some point. And I'm specifically talking about when he buckle bombed Sting and things went awry there. But as we see, Sting's still wrestling. So,
yeah.
He's going crazier than ever.
He's 60, what? 64?
He's
63.
63. Okay. So that's insane.
He just jumped off a balcony through 4 tables. Like, what are you doing?
Right.
Yeah. You're way too old to be doing that shit, Sting. We still need you around.
Calm it down a little. You're not dirty.
Yeah. But hey, all the credit to him. If he doesn't get hurt, as long as he stays healthy, I mean, hey, just be careful, man. We love you.
Yep.
But yeah, Cody goes over Rollins, which that actually surprised me. Like,
I wasn't sure what they were gonna do. I'm like, they can't bring Cody back and have him lose. They can't. They can't do that. But I could see it happen.
But at the same time, the way they've been shooting Seth Rollins, you know what I mean? The way they've been booking him, like he should go over here. But like at the same time, like you just said, this huge fucking return, and he's gonna lose.
Yeah, you can't do that.
That was kind of a flip of the coin match, it seems. But so is this next one, because I could have done without this. Charlotte versus Rhonda. Yeah, exactly. That's what I said going into it, Colt.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I'm going to want to fall asleep during this. And I did want to fall asleep.
Charlotte's good. I just, Rhonda in the WWE ring, her style doesn't translate well, in my opinion.
She hasn't adapted well.
Yeah.
Yeah, she needs more training. I think I heard that this was like her 24th wrestling match in her career.
Oh my God.
And that's it. 24 matches.
Yeah.
So she should go back to wrestling school. I guess I don't even know how much time she actually spent there.
She did, and she came
But
over
they-
to WWE, and that's when it started.
Yeah, take her out of the ring, get her off TV, train her for a year, and bring her back.
At the performance center,
Send her to NXT.
Yeah.
Send her to NXT.
Yeah, but they're on TV though. And NXT, I don't know if you've watched it lately.
Oh
but
yeah,
at all,
here
but
late.
it's pretty
Did you
fucked
finish
up.
Stand,
But you
did
don't.
you watch Stand and Deliver?
I watched, like I told you, like the 5 minutes from that ladder match, and that was it. But the
'Cause
TV show
Yeah,
is terrible.
I'm right there
terrible.
with you up until now because I watched Stand and Deliver, and I was like, okay, this could be something here. Like this 2.0 shit. Like it's still stupid to me, but it could work. It could work.
The best thing to happen, like Tommaso Ciampa is really good. Braun Breaker, aka Rex Steiner, or Rick
I
Steiner.
refuse to call him Braun Breaker. He's Rex Steiner.
Yeah, Rex Steiner is a badass. What the hell is his name? Dolph Ziggler. I always hated that guy.
Okay, I've got some spoilers. Well, no, you watched Raw. Yeah.
I did watch Raw, but I was kind of falling asleep, and I'd wake up and it'd be on. And
Well, Braun Breaker beat Dolph Ziggler for the NXT title.
I knew that.
honestly, I
That's
think
Raw?
Ziggler is insanely underrated. I think he should be like higher up on the main card. He's amazingly good at selling, fucking taking the bump.
Braun?
No, Ziggler.
Oh, he is on the main roster. They just had him in NXT to build Braun Breaker up.
I mean, like upper mid card.
Oh,
man.
I
Yeah.
see what you're saying.
Yeah, I feel like he should be
Yeah.
definitely
He
higher.
was.
Yeah, for sure.
I saw Mick Foley do his speaking tour back in September, and Dolph Ziggler flew himself into Milwaukee to open up the show to do like a half-hour comedy set. I'm like, why the fuck is Dolph Ziggler here? Like, I didn't even realize he was
He's a
still,
fun
like,
motherfucker.
was still in WWE. He had a good set, and then at the end of the show, like you could go stand over by his merch and like meet him and shit, and like nobody was talking to him.
No shit.
Yeah, there were maybe like 10 or 15 people that were talking to him, and there were maybe 200 people in the whole place, and nobody cared.
Everybody
Yeah.
wanted to talk to Mick Foley,
That's,
Yeah.
which I understand. Mick Foley, I would love to talk to him, but Dolph Ziggler, he's
Yeah,
a
and then-
son of a bitch.
And then I did, because I paid the extra for the meet and greet. It was a birthday
yeah, dude.
present to myself.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
But I don't want to talk much about Charlotte versus Ronda because we all know what was going to happen. Charlotte's going to win because she's Ric Flair's daughter.
Yeah.
But that's really it. And Rousey does not deserve to be the champion. I
Yeah.
don't. Of the UFC, sure,
Yep.
not WWE.
No, she needs to go back to school.
Get more training. All right, final match, WrestleMania Night 1. A surprise because it was booked as a confrontation.
Hmm.
Steve Austin and Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
The 9-year-old in me was very happy.
Yeah.
Because every time I hear glass shatter, I told Craig this the other day, anytime I hear glass shatter to this day, doesn't matter where I'm at, a restaurant, somebody drops a glass, somebody throws a rock through a window, I hear glass break, I think Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah. It was
Because
a pretty emotional moment when he came out too. What was it, 19 years since he was in the ring? Something like that.
2003.
Yeah.
Yeah. 19 years.
Yeah, WrestleMania 19.
Yeah.
Yeah. Holy fuck.
I saw somewhere that apparently he came out at WrestleMania like exactly at 3 hours and 16 minutes in.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yep. When he came through the curtain was 3 hours and 16 minutes.
Yeah, and that's why it would explain, because I'm sitting there, I'm watching it. It's like, okay, like let's go. And from the time that they started, like the build up to the match or to the KO show up until you actually saw Austin. I was tracking it. It was 25 minutes. Fucking 25 minutes, just bullshit.
Damn. Yeah, there was a lot of vignettes.
Dude.
But
Just-
but as a non-regular viewer of WWE, it helps. It does, like, those do help. I'm not as bothered by them. So if you watch it religiously, take a break. If you're annoyed by the vignettes on the pay-per-views, take a fucking break from watching the show. Seriously, because those vignettes help.
They do, but like one of the biggest beefs with the product is that you buy a ticket to Raw, SmackDown, whatever, you're sitting there staring at the fucking screen. Like it took 40 minutes just for this Raw for the first match.
That for that, I say have dark matches. Keep the crowd entertained with dark matches. They've done it before.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're having 20 minutes of crap, like let's just fucking have something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just have a little surprise for the crowd or something, you know.
Yep.
Just have somebody shooting T-shirts out at them for 25 minutes. a lot of people want shirts. Back in the
And
day,
they're
that's what they
gritty.
did during commercials. Like if you went to Raw or something back in the day during commercials, they'd have a guy out there with T-shirt guns shooting at you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I caught
Local
many
radio guys doing spots.
There's many 97.1 Quick Rock shirts in my childhood closet from wrestling shows. But yeah, the little kid in me was very happy with this match.
Yeah.
Because but the adult in me was like, oh God, don't hurt him.
Yeah.
The guy's pushing 60. Like,
Yeah.
oh God. And he's got neck issues.
Yeah.
Not
I think
only
night
did he-
2, which we'll get to, is where I really felt like a kid though. Like
yeah, like, and we'll talk about the Hall of Fame at some point too.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like, not only did Austin hit 2 suplexes on the stage, but he took a suplex on the concrete floor.
Mm.
And I was just like, oh no.
Yeah, I was
And he got up
worried
and
about that. That was one of the that was always one of the moves that he would take though outside the ring. He would take like a shitty looking backdrop and then a suplex. But the dude is like 53 or whatever with the bad neck, and he's still taking that suplex on the outside. I'm like, ooh, Steve,
Yeah.
you don't need to do it.
Yeah.
Nobody, that bump isn't going to change anything.
No. But he's okay. Like, it's like
Yeah.
the Sting thing. He seems to be okay. So, but it was great. Just seeing my childhood hero back at it one more time in Dallas where he started. You know,
Whooping ass.
kicking ass,
Mhm.
taking names like he always did. Looked like he never missed a beat.
It was just a classic Stone Cold match, just slowed down a tiny bit.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Well, that's
yeah,
the thing.
yeah.
His style after his neck injury in '97, it changed to that more,
Or
brawling.
the brawling.
So it's very easy to adapt that for an older wrestler.
Yeah.
When you
Yeah.
come out of retirement, you don't want to be a former high flyer that has to adapt and change into a technical guy.
Yeah.
You want to be Steve Austin who can just come out there and kick your fucking ass. He doesn't need the fancy moves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's why I thought the first like 2 or 3 minutes of the actual match was slow because they were in the ring. But as soon as they got outside the ring and into the crowd, it was on after that. It was great.
it felt like WrestleMania 13 again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Between him and Bret Hart when they were going through the crowd beating the living shit out of each other.
Yeah.
And it took me back. Like Craig, I felt like a little kid. It was great. Every second of it. It was great
Yeah.
to see Stone Cold Steve Austin do it one more time.
Yep. And whooping ass, not just showing up and talking on the
Exactly.
microphone, giving a stunner,
And
but really.
he called Kevin Owens a sack of shit. And I love that WWE is saying shit on television now. Because it's like we're adults now. Say some bad words.
Yeah.
We
I
can say
love it.
shit 3 times.
Exactly. It's PG, man. You're allowed to say it. But no, Austin wins because you can't have somebody come back and have them lose like that.
Yeah.
But It was. I can't say it enough. It was great seeing it.
Yeah.
I can't. I love it. Stone Cold Stunner, bam! Yeah, every time.
And they looked good. They all looked
They
real
did.
good.
They looked
Yeah.
really good. And
Yeah.
overall, every performance, they looked great doing it. Like just some matches you could live without, some great, some you just want more of.
Yeah.
And I could watch Steve Austin kick ass all fucking day. So.
Yeah.
But we'll get to that in night 2.
Yeah.
And the Hall of Fame, like when they recognized the Hall of Fame on night 1, they had everybody come out and do their little wave, but then they had the Undertaker come out and give an extended like thank you to the crowd.
Yeah.
And then they did it again the next night, and the next night when he came back out and waved at everybody, and then he said thank you, like he just mouthed the words thank you. I started fucking crying.
Yeah.
I gotta check that out. I didn't see that from night 2.
I still remember his premiere, and I've been like a #1 fan since, you know what I mean, like favorite wrestler still to this day. So it was emotional. I'm not even gonna lie.
The Undertaker, like for me, was the one constant.
Mm-hmm.
He was the reason I kept tuning in.
Yeah.
You never know when he's going to come back.
Yep.
And especially with WrestleMania, like he was the reason I kept watching WrestleMania because I wanted to see him win.
Yeah.
And just the fact that it's not going to be there anymore is a little weird.
Yeah.
Really weird. Thank you, Undertaker.
Yep.
Seriously. Fucking A. All right. That's night 1. We're going to take a break and then we'll figure it out.
RoboCop, part man, part robot, all cop.
Drop it!
RoboCop and the Ultra Police, each sold separately. The only cops with rapid repeat cap firing.
Evil headhunter on a Skullhawk is cruising for trouble. RoboCop in his armored RoboCopter takes off after him. Fire Robo-missile. We'll give you a lift to jail.
You put RoboCopter together. RoboCop vehicles and figures with RoboCaps, each sold separately.
Deep in the rainforest, machine merges with monster, and the battle begins. The Attack Pack. Mighty Slashcat must defend the planet against evil Rip Rat and deadly Dark Claw. Earth is mine. The Attack Pack. They fight to rule. They fight to win. They fight to fight. Attack Pack vehicles each sold separately. New from Hot Wheels. The Attack Pack. Unleash the beast.
All right. Night 2. This one here for me was a little tough because last year, night 1 was definitely better than night 2.
Yeah, I think night 2 was better.
No,
I mean, this year.
I know what you're saying. And I know that, but like, I don't know because I would say it's on par at most.
Yeah.
We'll just go through these matches quick because
I drank. I started drinking around 11. Started with some PBRs. Some guys wanted to go out to get brunch, so I started with PBR at 11, and then the one dude who wanted to get together for a brunch, he picked up a bottle of absinthe at the local liquor store earlier that day. So then he volunteered to come over to my house because I had sugar cubes. So it was a group of dudes. Group of dudes came over, and I had 2 glasses of absinthe. I don't know, 2 or 3 o'clock, and then this started at 7. So I was sitting. I was falling asleep. I was in and out of consciousness for like the first hour and a half.
That's fair. That's fair. All right, so Arcade Bro defending the Raw Tag Team titles against the Street Profits and the Alpha Academy. This was a good match.
It was. It's just not
But
one I really remember.
No, not at all. But I just want to say that I'm really sick of throwing together tag teams.
Yeah.
You have tag team titles. Put them on tag teams. Don't put them on
Yeah.
two guys that you just randomly piece together.
Yeah.
That's not a tag team. That's just two guys.
But I do like the RK Bro tag team though, for whatever
I'm starting
reason.
to dig it. Don't get me wrong, but I just like they started off as like one of those mishmash tag teams that doesn't
Yep.
belong together.
Yeah.
But now it's working.
Yeah. The
And I
odd
never
couple
liked
tag
Riddle.
team- Yeah, right. A lot of people don't.
Yeah.
And I understand exactly why. Don't get me. I'm right there with you. He's annoying, but you odd couple teams are cool every once in a while.
Yeah.
When you have like 3 or 4 at a time, too much.
Mm.
Dial it back, Vince. Use your brain. Or better yet, retire.
Yeah, there you go.
RK Bro wins. All right. Lashley versus Zomos. Greg, you and I. Lashley looks like a child next to this guy.
Yeah.
This guy is
Yeah, he was kind of just throwing him around for fun.
Yeah, I've never seen Bobby Lashley in a match like this. Like,
No, and you
it's
know
very
what?
reminiscent of Undertaker versus Giant Gonzalez if it was
Yeah.
entertaining.
Yeah.
Like, if
Because
that
you know
match
what?
had been entertaining.
I'm not a real big fan of Bobby Lashley to begin with, so it was funny to see him get thrown around like that and tossed around.
Exactly. But he won.
Yeah.
Like, 2 things happened. He suplexed the guy. I've never seen a guy that big get a suplex before.
Yeah.
So that was impressive to me.
Yeah.
And 2, he won.
Yeah.
Cleanly. Like, you didn't have to cheat. It was
Mhm.
good to see. But like, I don't know. It was decent.
How did Lashley beat him?
Hit him with the spear and then pinned him. After, like, he suplexed him, which was the first time this guy had ever been taken off his feet, like earlier in the match.
Yeah.
Or like a week before on Raw, he got shoulder tackled or something like that. But Lashley like was able to get him off his feet a few times in the match, and that's where it really turned around for Lashley.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like he suplexed him, he's getting up, he's all dazed, and then he hits him with the spear 1, 2, 3. Well, he hit him with like 3 spears, I want to say, just to be sure. I can't really remember.
I think it
what
was
happened.
3.
Yeah, something like that. But all right, Craig, this is the match that you said saved wrestling.
It did.
Johnny Knoxville versus Sami Zayn.
See this match in full so bad. I've seen like
It is so good.
Oh my god! I saw the
So good.
body slam and just exploded.
Did you see the big hand?
Oh my god. Yeah.
No, I didn't see the big hand.
The big hand.
It was a big hand.
Anytime
It was a boot.
anytime the big hand comes out and slaps somebody, I laugh my ass off. To see it happen to Sami Zayn. Just pure fucking gold.
I need to watch that.
This was not a wrestling match.
There was
This
pyro
was a
on the ring
jackass
post.
skit with a bell. Yeah, Sami Zayn was on top. Pyro went off at the ring.
Party
It's
boy
like
came
right
in. Everything. Wee man was
Party
there.
boy, Wee Man body slam Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
I saw that on YouTube.
It was amazing. It was great, and he beat the shit out of him. Like he just straight
Yeah.
up punching the shit. But I say this wasn't a wrestling match, and I mean that in the nicest way possible. This was an entertainment spot in the middle of a wrestling.
Yeah.
match. Johnny Knoxville wins, if you want to call this a contest, with a giant mousetrap.
And there was a table full of mouse traps too, right?
Yes.
There was a table
yes.
full of mousetraps. Yeah.
Oh,
And who took that spot?
I can't remember. Who did take that table mousetrap?
Sami Zayn.
Was it Sami Zayn?
Sami Zayn.
He was,
Yeah.
So he's not wearing a shirt. He goes on a bunch of mousetraps. It's just your classic jackass bullshit on
Yeah.
at
Yes.
WrestleMania. That's what.
Yeah,
they
like
were,
every-
and it was,
Every time you think like Knoxville's gonna get pinned or something, or like you think he's had enough, he comes up with some little skit.
but the vignette leading up to it had me roaring because
Yeah.
like, Sammy had this cattle prod and it was like acting like he was
Oh.
zapping himself with it.
Yeah.
Here comes Johnny Knoxville saying, somebody forgot to turn it on, and then zaps him right in the fucking balls. But thank you, Johnny Knoxville, for appearing. Like, normally when celebrities wrestle, Logan Paul, looking at you, like, I'm like very bummed out by this because Ricochet, Finn Balor, two guys holding major titles that weren't on the card.
Yeah.
Should have been. Those two matches very well could have been those, like, for them. You know what I mean? And would we have liked that? Absolutely. But this match, I'm glad it was there.
It brought back the spirit of the Attitude Era. It really did.
Yeah. With a little bit of the Andy Kaufman, Jerry Lawler thing.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because that's what this reminded me of. It reminded me of Jerry Lawler versus Andy Kaufman.
Yeah.
Because Johnny Knoxville is not a professional wrestler.
No.
And he's a stuntman and an actor. And he'll tell you that. But I think he's taking this professional wrestler thing like Andy Kaufman did, calling himself a professional wrestler. Because I looked him up on Wikipedia earlier today, and that's actually listed as to what he is to the world. I'm like, he's not a professional wrestler. And it's listed that he's undefeated at WrestleMania. I'm like, he's had one match.
Hey, man, 1-0.
But hey, it was entertaining as hell. It saved the show for me. I wouldn't say like it saved wrestling per se, but like it definitely saved the show.
Wrestling had become
it saved
so...
WWE. It saved WWE.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because it became so like it was too sporty and like it was losing all its fun. Like all the interest was gone.
For sure. But oh my god, I was laughing the entire fucking time. This match. If you haven't seen it, you have to watch this match. If you don't watch the rest of WrestleMania, if you don't watch the rest of WrestleMania, if you just watch Johnny Knoxville versus Sami Zayn, you're doing yourself a favor.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm watching that and Mcatee.
Okay. Yep, we'll get to that here in a minute.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, Johnny Knoxville wins. I can't say much more about that. But next match was a fatal 4-way women's tag team titles. I didn't really pay too much attention to this because I couldn't.
No.
I didn't know enough about it going in. Like, why is this happening? This is just another throwaway match. I don't know. It was entertaining.
Plus, they all looked like weird. Like they looked like so out of character.
Liv Morgan comes out dressed like Catwoman.
Yeah.
I got that reference right away. Out comes Rhea Ripley, her tag team partner. What the fuck is on her head? She looks like the bunny from AEW.
Yeah, that was my first thought.
That's supposed to be Batman? I'm sorry, that's not Batman. That's a bunny mask.
Yeah.
And Rhea Ripley was in like a black metal band or something with all that makeup.
Right.
That
I mean,
was
she always
insane.
looks like that, but that was like a lot of...
Yeah, that's what I mean. That was overboard.
But this was an entertaining match, but man, I could have done without it.
Yeah.
This could have been on the pre-show.
Yeah, this is one of the matches I had beef with. Since there was no IC or US title. Because if you look at the card, they start with a triple threat tag team match for the belts. And then 3 matches later, it's a 4-way for the belts. And it's on the same night too. They could have at least broken them up.
Yeah.
Between night 1 and night 2.
And that was another thing I took issue with. Both of them, SmackDown and the Raw women's titles were on night 1. Why not have one on night 1 and the other one on night 2?
Yeah.
What they did last year. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
But it was Naomi and Sasha Banks versus Carmella and Zelina Vega versus Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley versus Natalya and Shayna Baszler. Why are Natalya and Shayna Baszler a tag team? I don't know.
Yeah,
last I watched, they were fighting each other. So I don't.
Got to watch more Raw, SmackDown.
Right. But Naomi and Sasha Banks win, which was cool because I made history. They're the first African American women tag team to win the tag team title. So that's cool. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just could have lived without the match.
Yeah.
At the end of the day. But the next match kind of redeemed that. Like it brought me back into the spirit a little bit. We got Edge.
This is when I was fully conscious during this match. I finally
Edge versus AJ Styles.
got out of
woke
it.
you up
Yeah,
a little bit. Woke
yeah.
you
I
up a
watched
little
this whole match. Yeah.
Dude, that midair
This is very
spear
good.
was amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. Damn. My God. He's another one I watch and I get worried because of his next shit. But
Yeah.
Mhm.
it was perfect match. Like it set up a good like angle for Edge. Like at the end of his career, like he himself has said, like he does not have much more time left in the ring.
Yeah.
Like he's at that age, like he just can't keep going forever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't like that they brought what's his name? What's the dude's name?
Damian Priest.
Damian Priest in. I know that they're setting up an angle for it, but like historically speaking, like in 15 years from now, you go back and you watch that match, you'll just be like, you didn't need to have Damian Priest come in. Like just have the match, have a clean match.
That's hard
Just
to
end
say
it that way.
because I don't know. Damian
And I
Priest
just-
can, like go ahead.
I just feel that way because I go back and watch WrestleManias and all that shit, and sometimes they throw in angles that you don't go anywhere and are not memorable, but it affects what would have otherwise been a classic or very, very good WrestleMania match, and you just throw in something weird like that. And for me, it just kind of threw the whole match off. It just wasn't necessary.
Yeah,
Like Edge could have won the match clean anyway.
Yeah.
Damian Priest
And
didn't
then
need.
they could have brought him out after the match
Yeah. Yes.
if they were gonna do like have like a handshake spot
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then have that get spoiled or something like that. Like that.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. It was a great match overall, though.
Yeah.
Like it really showed what both men can do, especially at the age that they are.
Yeah.
How old's AJ Styles? Like 44.
Something like
I think
that.
so, yeah.
Edge is right around the same age, I want to say. So,
Let's see.
oh, Tony's on it.
Styles is 44.
44
Yeah.
on the button, Sam.
Yeah, he's gonna be 45 in June.
Fuck.
Yeah.
And AJ Styles has said the last contract that he signed was his most recent one. So
Yeah. And Edge is 48, man.
Man.
fuck.
Yeah.
He's older than AJ.
Yeah.
Hey, he still looks great.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. He's in better shape now than he was 20 years ago.
He's in
Yeah.
the best shape that he's ever been in.
Yeah.
I would say. He's just holy shit. All right. Next match, Sheamus and Ridge Holland versus the New Day. I'm just gonna say this match was absolutely fucking pointless.
Absolutely.
I meant- 1 minute and 40 seconds.
What?
This is when I officially
Tag team
went to
match.
bed.
I wanted to. I wanted to so fucking okay. And no, and why the fuck are they doing that to Pete Dunne? Pete Dunne is way
Yeah,
too
what
fucking good to be called Butch
Oh,
and act like a psycho.
Yeah, he's like a little rabid weasel.
Yeah,
Or
trying to
Walter.
interfere in the entire match, and Sheamus is having to like literally carry him away from the ring. It's like
Yeah.
Pete fucking Dunne, let him kick some ass. All right, I'm not even gonna fuck that match.
yeah,
yeah.
because Vince and Bruce probably think it's really funny, and they're the
They
only
do.
people that do things funny.
So stupid.
Yeah.
And that match got cut from night 1, so they had to just quick throw it in night 2.
Uh-huh. Again, should have been on the pre-show.
Mm.
All right. Okay. You wanted to talk about this next one, Tony. Pat McAtee versus
I haven't seen it. I need to watch this match and Sami Zayn and Johnny Knoxville.
all right. Pat McAtee versus Austin Theory was a fantastic match. I think.
That's what I heard.
It was, but I can't get over the ending.
Given the circumstance.
It was, but I can't get over That's where I really started to feel like a kid. When he just comes in and stuns everybody. I mean,
right. But the Pat McAfee beats Austin Theory after really good, like, competitive actual, like, it was an actual fucking match. I wasn't expecting this out of Pat McAfee, but I've seen him do his shit in NXT, and that was really good.
Yeah.
He worked Adam Cole, and then he was in the War Games match, and those were both really good performances from him. So I was like, okay, this could be worse. So after that, he beats Austin Theory. Vince comes in the ring. Well,
But Vince
after
was
some
down.
taunting, after some taunting.
yeah.
Vince was sitting down at ringside, right?
Yeah, he was at
Mhm.
ringside the whole time. Yeah. So McAfee is like, "Come on, Vince, get in the ring, let's go." There's a referee. Vince he's down to his tank top, his suit pants, right? Never takes a single fucking bump.
Nope.
Match goes for like 2 to 4 minutes, something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Full of interference, and of course it's Vince, so no disqualification.
Yeah.
Vince doesn't leave his feet at all. Why? Because he's 76 years old and shouldn't be wrestling.
Stupid fucking buff for 76 though. Like,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
But McMahon
Yeah.
wins.
How did he win?
By cheating.
Yeah.
Low blow or what?
I can't even remember exactly. because
Interference, wasn't it?
Yeah, Austin Theory kept getting involved in shit.
Yeah.
But what happened after is what really brought it all home and made everybody
Yeah.
wrapped it up in a little bow and said, "Here you go, happy birthday."
Yeah.
When Steve Austin came out, hits Austin Theory with a stunner. Austin Theory sold that stunner like a fucking champ. That was
He
one of
did.
the best undersells I've ever seen.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it, check it out.
I
fucking
did
good.
see that today. Saw that on YouTube.
Yeah, that was awesome. And then there's Vince.
Yep. Like old times.
Can't sell a stunner even to this day. It was worse than the first stunner he ever took.
I also saw that.
Horrible. First one was horrible, but this one was worse. But the crowd still lost their shit.
Yeah.
But
And then he proceeds to stun everybody.
and then he gives Pat McAfee a beer. They have a beer. He hits Pat with the stunner again. Sells that stunner like a motherfucker. Just a big spew of beer as he goes back. It's great.
Yep.
Fantastic. Felt like a little child, just like Craig said.
Yep.
Yeah.
He was coming out and raising hell. But
Drinking
on
beer.
night one, he hit Byron Saxton with a stunner. I forgot to mention that.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Yep.
That was fucking hilarious. But anyway, Pat McAfee and Steve, like, he ends up walking out with his head held high and everything like that, aside from getting the stunner. But all right, and that takes us to the main event. Roman Reigns versus Lesnar, part 37,000.
Yeah.
In a unification match. Yawn, more of the same, blah, blah, the biggest WrestleMania match of all time. No, it fucking wasn't. It was the same fucking bullshit you've been shoving down our throat for the past 6 fucking years.
Yeah.
We all knew what was going to happen. Roman Reigns wins, holds both world titles.
Yeah.
Don't really care where they go because I'm bored with Roman Reigns. I have been for a long time.
Yeah.
You turned him heel way too late. Should have turned him heel when we wanted you to.
Yeah.
God forbid you listen to fucking audience. But yeah, that's WrestleMania 38 in a nutshell. Overall, the competition was great. But
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot better. It was a lot more entertaining than what I thought it would be. What I saw anyway.
compared to the last few years, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I would. Well, if you get a chance, definitely check it out.
I'll definitely go into definitely. There's a few matches in there that I feel like I need to see, you know. But
No, the Knoxville versus Zayn match alone, like I said, like
oh yeah, no, I saw a clip with a bowling ball that made me very happy. So
yes, that was fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
But Hall of Fame, real quick, I want to give a shout out. You got the Steiner Brothers.
Yep.
One of my favorite tag teams growing up. Like I've said this before. I will always say it. I'm an LOD guy through the day that I die. I will always be an LOD guy. But the Steiner Brothers were right up there. You know what I mean? I watched them growing up, so it was just really cool to see them back together on screen and like have Scott Steiner be sane on camera for a change.
Yeah.
Yes, Scott Steiner, that was a big deal.
Yeah, like that was a very emotional speech from him. Like, and you could feel it. And then just to see Rick have his little moment there, that was cool.
Yeah.
Because he never really got the mic too much.
No.
But then you got Queen Charmel, Booker's wife. That was cool for me. Because again, when I was growing up, she was there on my TV screen the entire time, even though I might not have known it was her, but she was there. I remember her when she was working with Prince Ikea and WCW.
Yeah.
Like, holy
when she was a Nitro girl. Yeah.
This is like right after she was a Nitro girl.
Yeah. What was her name? Was it Paisley?
Paisley. Yep.
Okay.
Because he was doing the Purple Rain gimmick.
Yeah.
The artist formerly known as Prince Ikea. Good God, Vince Russo. that has Vince Russo's name written all fucking over it. I don't. I'm sorry. But anyway, yeah, Charmel, that was cool. The speech, like the whole Hall of Fame induction ceremony had me choking up. That's why I say it's probably the best one I've seen. Because none of them have kept me emotional like that through the whole thing.
Yeah.
And then, oh God, who else was there? You got Vader.
Yep.
You know, that was another one. He was always there when I was a kid. And long fucking overdue.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which is the only beef I have with it.
Yeah.
He should have been inducted when he was still alive.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he's one of those guys.
He deserved to hear that crowd.
Yeah.
But better late than never, I guess. But his son came out and gave a really good speech. That was
he
really
did.
cool.
Yep.
Again, tearing up. I don't want to get into that because I'll start choking up here. Probably will on this next one, but Shad Gaspard, like, if you don't know his story, you need to go check it out. Because it's one, like, you want to hear about a hero, that man's a fucking hero.
Yeah.
All right. Go read that story. He deserved to be honored the other night for sure.
Yeah.
And I
absolutely
lucky to have got to see him like actually perform for a dark show for Raw, just a regular house show with him and JPG when they were Crime Time, when that's
awesome.
Really starting to build up.
That's awesome. I never got the chance to see him live, but he was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And a fucking great human being. I wish I could have met him. But yeah, rest in peace.
Yeah.
Then The Undertaker. Right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there. I can't really see him, but he's back there somewhere. Oh, there he is.
Yeah, no, this is just a whole Undertaker shelf.
No shit.
Like here.
Awesome. But yeah, I think we can all agree The Undertaker was there through this whole time that we've been fans.
Mm-hmm.
The Undertaker is always, he's the one constant. And like,
yeah.
The thing.
Yeah, because when did he debut? Survivor Series
91. 90?
I think it was 90.
1991
is when he beat Hogan.
Yeah. You're right.
Yeah, he was always my older brother's favorite wrestler. we started watching matches at my wrestling and beer parties. I've added Undertaker matches to that. So I just had one last month, first Saturday last month. We watched Undertaker versus Kamala in the first ever casket match, coffin match. Then fucking awesome match, very entertaining. If you haven't seen it in the last however many years,
I was lucky enough to see the Undertaker perform live.
Oh yeah.
So that I feel blessed about. It was the day before my 10th birthday. I told this story. That was my first live wrestling show. Was Monday Night Raw, January 12th, 1998. You can find it on Peacock. You know, you can go back and watch the old Raw episode. Like, you can't see me because of where I was sitting, but I was there. And the emotion, if you can feel it on the TV, to feel it there that night was something spectacular.
Yeah, I got to see him in his match with Edge at WrestleMania 24, the only Mania I got to go to. And that was
I'm very jealous of that.
that
You
was
got to see Ric Flair retire.
Yeah, I got to see the Michaels Ric Flair match.
Oh,
Nice.
And the Belfast Brawl with JBL and Finlay. CM Punk winning Money in the Bank.
the first time. Because he
Yeah.
won it again the next year, the only man to win it back to back.
Yep.
But damn, that was a good WrestleMania.
Oh yeah. But one thing that people don't know that actually happened at that show is there was a mishap with the fireworks. Some of them tipped over and shot fireworks into the crowd.
Fuck.
Yeah. When you're facing the entrance stage, the whole right side of the entrance stage, that whole crowd got sprayed with fireworks and took off running.
Attention, everybody! You all get a free T-shirt.
Yeah.
Okay, so God, I don't think so. You've been to WrestleMania. You've been to a few other wrestling shows.
Yeah.
The energy difference.
WrestleMania, the energy there was absolutely insane, but that was just, the sheer amount of people that was there. It was, the Super Bowl, and we were in the nosebleeds way up at the top.
Right.
Big Show looked that big to me. It was high up, but still, it was just vibrating with how many people were just making noise and everything. The closest I've got to that was actually the most recent AEW show I went to when it was opening up with the CM Punk match. That's the only time that I've felt anything close to that.
Who did he work that night?
Huh?
Who did CM Punk work that night?
Dax Harwood.
I could see that being a fantastic match.
It was.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been able to watch Dynamite and stuff, so little difficult.
That's my one constant. That's me and my dad's thing is we meet up every Wednesday, watch Dynamite, and eat some hella food.
That's awesome, dude.
Cool, man.
Awesome. Traditions like that, we need them. But why don't we take another quick break and then we will have a finishing segment.
Yep.
AEW talking about the shit that's going on in the wrestling world right now.
Sure.
Sounds good.
Right on.
Nothing like rooting for our favorite team and eating bonkers chewy candy. Now I'm trying a brand new flavor. Chewy chocolate bonkers. Rich chocolate outside, dark fudge inside. But it's still bonkers, so I'm ready. Ha!
New chewy chocolate bonkers. Bonks you out.
What do we have here?
It's Castle Grayskull. And it's mine. Not so fast, Beastman. He-Man!
You can pit He-Man against Beastman playing for the power of Castle Grayskull. You have to put the castle together. Beastman's escaping.
What's wrong, Dad? Dad, you saved the castle.
Castle Grayskull from the Masters of the Universe collection. He-Man and Beastman each sold separately from Mattel.
All right. So we talked about WrestleMania. My dog is grunting at me. But the future of wrestling. Past couple of years, I've been saying it's a good time to be a wrestling fan. Because in reality, it is. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of companies to watch. And it's like, you just gotta know where to find them. And then, but then, last 2 years specifically, COVID-19, Vince McMahon fired a bunch of people. They all went to different companies. Now we got Samoa Joe in All Elite Wrestling and Ring of Honor, of course. Because Tony Khan, well, since the last time we did a wrestling episode, Tony Khan has bought AEW, or bought Ring of Honor. Him and his dad already own AEW, but he bought Ring of Honor, which is fucking huge because, like, now they have the funding they need to keep afloat, which something ECW could have used back in the day.
Yeah.
But, Colt, you're the AEW guy here. You're a huge AEW fan. You were just recently saw them live. What do you see come, like, as far as like Samoa Joe and Bryan Danielson and, you know, CM Punk and these guys being in AEW and in companies other than WWE, giving WWE actual competition, like, where do you see this going?
It's honestly, everything's just going to keep going up and getting better because in AEW, there are a lot of already extremely talented young guys with guys like Dean Malenko, Jerry Lynn, Paul White, Mark Henry, all these, Chris Jericho, all these very long time veterans who know what they're doing, who can guide these kids the right way. And the funding, like you said, from Tony Khan and everything. I think it's just going to create more competition for Vince and WWE, give them reason to try to start fixing things, and they're just going to keep bouncing off each other. And especially with the purchase of ROH, everything AEW has been doing with Impact Wrestling, now officially Impact, AEW, and ROH have crossing storylines across all three. And AAA has given creative control to Tony Khan as well.
Oh, shit.
I read that today. Shit. All these other companies are interweaving.
Not
basically
a working relationship with New Japan. They're all like, all three of those companies are working with New Japan as well. So,
yep.
Like, you got 5 companies right there, international companies.
Mm-hmm.
So that's crazy. That's insane.
It's literally never been a better time to be a wrestling fan or a wrestler.
And we've even seen the Forbidden Door open in WWE with Mickey James coming in to the Royal Rumble.
Oh yes,
that was cool. That was really fun.
Yeah, carrying the Impact Women's title, that is the biggest
with her gimmick.
Yeah. Vince McMahon, you don't expect him to acknowledge anything outside of the WWE bubble at all. Right. So the fact that we got the Mickey James thing and the recent Cody Rhodes being Cody Rhodes, that's a huge step in that direction where it's just going to keep building, you know?
Me and my buddy Greg have talked about it for years, like, because with all the shit that these guys, like ROH, not necessarily indies, but like the smaller non-WWE promotions all working together. Like, if Triple H, I feel, this has been my opinion for a long time, if Triple H were running the show, Vince retires, you know, hands the reins over to Triple H and Stephanie, lets them do what they wanted to do for years. I see that leading to the next level, Super Clash. Remember Super Clash from the 80s? Yeah. When you had the NWA, the AWA, and the UWF all working together? Like, they had one big pay-per-view, like 3 times, I want to say.
3 or 4 times, yep.
So,
Memphis.
That could be, you got all these international companies coming together. Think about it. You got WWE, Ring of Honor, Impact Wrestling, All Elite Wrestling. We'll even throw in MLW.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, New Japan Pro Wrestling, AAA. All these companies in one big ball for a pay-per-view event. Hell, have it in Dallas. AT&T Stadium. That'll draw 100,000 people each.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, easily.
Have it over 3 nights, because that's a lot of talent. Have a 3-night WrestleFest.
Yeah.
Vince, retire.
Give the job to Triple H.
Yes.
Give it to the Trips.
The man has retired from in-ring competition. Let him run the show, please.
He's already proven that he can do great things when he had control of NXT for that good period. NXT had never been better. The WWE products, it was the only good part of everything they were doing, really.
Yeah, I agree.
He's definitely proven.
Yeah.
NXT was the only thing that kept me keeping the WWE network for as long as I did, because I could not wait for the next takeover. I was like, oh man, who are they going to shoot to the moon now?
For me, it was a lot of Undisputed era in NXT kept me around, and now they're in AEW as the Undisputed Elite.
All of them except Roderick Strong.
Yep.
Roderick Strong stayed in NXT. But he's doing good things, I think, working with Stokely Hathaway. I can't remember what they're calling him in NXT, but Malcolm Bivens. That's what they call him. That's what they changed it.
With all these companies and everything really getting bigger and the indies being bigger than they ever have, where do you think Johnny Gargano is going to end up?
That's a good question. I would like to see him go to Japan.
Mm-hmm.
I think he would do really well in the junior heavyweight division, and eventually up to the heavyweight division. I feel like he could be the next Prince Devitt. You know, Prince Devitt, for those who don't know, is Finn Balor, but he never held the heavyweight title in Japan. But he was in the division, challenging for the heavyweight title. I feel Johnny Gargano could do that, but he could win the heavyweight title.
Yeah.
But
I'd like to see Gargano in ROH. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
John, you're perfectly fine. Yeah, ROH would be great for him too, because I want to see. Did he ever work ROH back before NXT, or was he strictly PWG and like Jersey All Pro?
Yeah, no, he did a little bit of ROH. He wasn't like a steady ROH guy, but he, popped in and did his thing.
I do remember him from the Indies, but not like he didn't really like super stand out to me from the Indies. I just remember seeing him like on like independent shows I would find on TV. Like I saw him in Championship Wrestling from Hollywood one time. That's the first time I was exposed to Timothy Thatcher and Drew Gulak too. Was Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. If you're ever lucky, you can find him on YouTube now, I think, and I think Impact Wrestling owns the rights. So the Impact streaming service, whatever that's called, Impact Plus, I think.
Yeah.
I think they have the rights to show that on their streaming services. Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. It's really pretty good old school style studio wrestling. Like they have NWA interactions and stuff like that too. So. But
there's another one we didn't mention is NWA
yes.
Come back on YouTube and everything. And
Billy Corgan,
the fact that Trevor freaking Murdoch
he was the
champion.
Matt Cardona is the world champion.
Yeah, dude, Matt Cardona. Okay, fucking Matt Cardona. That dude took everything WWE said about him, said, fuck you. Nah. It just exploded.
Yes.
Fucking
and now he holds the oldest American World Wrestling Championship. The NWA World Heavyweight Championship. Think about the names who have held that. Lou Thesz, Buddy Rogers, Rick fucking Flair, Harley Race, Dusty Rhodes, Terry Funk, Jack Briscoe, Dory Funk. I could keep going.
Keep going. Come on.
Let's see. Blue
My
Demon
favorite
Jr.
moment in NWA title history. Franchise Shane Douglas winning it, throwing it to the ground, telling everybody to kiss his ass, and ECW.
Yes.
Hey.
Oh man, let's think of some more. Sting. Fucking Christian.
Ricky Steamboat.
Ricky Steamboat.
Mm-hmm.
Christian Cage. Kurt Angle. Fucking
Jeff Jarrett.
Jeff fucking Jarrett. Yeah. AJ Styles. Abyss.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody forgets Abyss was NWA World Champion for a hot minute.
Ron the Truth Killings.
Ron the Truth. Our Truth. Yeah.
The first ever African American NWA champion.
Recognized. Respectfully.
Yes.
To Bobo Brazil. That's an unrecognized championship because he refused to accept it the way he had to win it. But which is cool. Yeah, like a lot of big names have held that belt. So for Matt Cardona, who again, if you don't know who Matt Cardona is, first of all, crawl out from under your rock. And like, because he was Zack Ryder. He portrayed a character named Zack Ryder on WWE television and was completely buried for like 10 fucking years. But
fucking woo.
When his biggest moment was what was that? WrestleMania 32 in Dallas. When he won the ladder match for the Intercontinental title. I was so fucking happy to see that. Like, holy shit. Yes, thank you. You did something right for a change. But then they made him lose it the next night. That's bullshit.
Yeah.
You know, they should have let him have that for a minute. But the fact that he's the world champion now, though, of the NWA, and Homicide's the junior heavyweight champion.
Isn't he also still the champion in GCW?
I believe he is. I believe so, yeah. Game Changer Wrestling. Which
dude, did you see his match with Nick Gage?
Fuck. Nick Gage, man.
That dude, okay.
Right.
That dude is fucking scary. I wouldn't fuck with Nick Gage.
He's today's New Jack.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, New Jack. Nick Gage is today's New Jack.
Dude literally bled out on his way to the hospital from a light tube in a match and then was brought back.
Yeah.
Like, died. What the fuck? And then went and robbed a bank for some reason.
Yeah.
Drugs are bad.
Almost killed David Arquette, too.
Oh, yeah. Right in the jugular.
Damn near in the jugular, anyway.
Yeah.
It would have been. Damn. And respect to David Arquette, too, for trying to get back. Like, why don't sign up for a death match? If you're going to get back into the, don't ever agree for a death match. If you're not, just don't do it.
So
it's meant for certain people. David Arquette is not certain people.
You know, everybody here knows Jungle Boy, yes?
Mm-hmm.
You know that David Arquette is the one who taught Jungle Boy how to dive out the ring.
Oh, really? I did not know that.
He trained with David Arquette in David's ring. The ring that Jungle Boy currently owns is David Arquette's old ring. He bought it.
That's fucking awesome. But like a lot of people probably don't know that Jungle Boy is Luke Perry's son.
Yeah. They hammer that shit home on AEW sometimes, though. Or Jim Ross.
Yeah, Jim Ross for sure.
Perry. Yeah.
Jim Ross. Yeah. Jim Ross does hammer that in. To make sure we know. But like, for the people who don't necessarily view, or who probably don't know who Jungle Boy is, it's Luke Perry's son. He's a fantastic fucking wrestler.
Mm.
Like, and him and Luchasaurus, that's just a great team.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like Luchasaurus, yes, he's a walking action figure, but he's a fucking phenomenal athlete. He's huge. Oh.
Literally, like, bro.
Devil.
Come on.
That's what he really looks like, people. That's not just an action figure. He literally looks like that. But
He's a dinosaur with a master's degree.
Yep.
What the fuck is that?
And Xavier Woods is a king with a doctorate.
Hmm?
And Xavier Woods is a king with a doctorate. He has a PhD now. That's Dr. Woods. That's insane.
And he got his PhD while wrestling.
Yes, he did. Oh, where'd Tony go? Oh, there.
Hold on.
Oh boy, thought we lost you. Oh man, Tony, what do you think? What do you want to see in the future here?
What do I want to see, or what do I think is going to happen?
Either or. Go with your heart.
Well, I think WWE will not get in that mix that you guys are talking about.
No.
I think eventually WWE is they're gonna sell to NBC or to Disney. They're gonna keep going up the corporate ladder. And once that happens, Triple H is gonna be out. Stephanie McMahon might be there, but will have no real power. I just don't have much hope or faith in the direction WWE is going in, because Nick Khan was brought in to essentially prepare WWE to get sold, and that's what I think. That's what I think is going to happen. I think it's great that they're finally acknowledging the other companies. Like, what you didn't say is that Seth Rollins mentioned Jon Moxley at least once during a promo within like the last month or two, and that was huge.
I completely missed.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, he was talking about. I think he might have been talking to Roman Reigns leading up to one of their pay-per-views about the Shield, and he said Mox in a promo.
Tiny little flash of Mox. He just brushed past it like it was nothing.
Right.
Yep, but he did it, and we're like, holy shit! Like, so that was cool. And then with AEW, just keep doing what they're doing. I didn't know that Tony Khan was doing anything with AAA. Like, he's the booker for him now, or what's he doing?
It said that he's head of creative.
Oh, so he's writing for him.
Yeah, he's writing for him right now.
Oh fuck! That's awesome.
Isn't Conan still running AAA?
Yeah.
Conan's still the head honcho down there, but Conan's doing a lot of work with MLW.
Yeah, and I don't want Tony Khan to get too far spread out, because he's doing booking Ring of Honor, AEW, AAA. It's a lot of fucking work.
Yeah,
he's gonna need to pump the brakes a smidge just to keep himself from getting burnt out.
Yeah.
Either that or hire some hands. For that aspect.
He needs help. He needs people to
aspect of all that.
Yeah, he needs to delegate.
Cornette.
What's that?
I said, hey, Tony Khan, hire Jim Cornette. Let him take over our.
He should. I'm a big Cornette fan, but that would probably
Jim
never
Cornette
happen.
does some questionable shit, but as a creative mind for the business, he was
great.
Perfect. But we got some dogs.
Dogs everywhere.
And I may not agree with everything Cornette says, but I fucking love that he has his opinion, and I love listening to it.
Oh my god!
Literally, best Christmas present I got this year was Cornette's book.
Nice. Yeah. I just got his. I got the Night of Legends DVD, and then
That's awesome.
And then I got his "Thank You, Fuck You, Bye" shirt.
Oh man!
And I wanted to get.
Have you guys seen the Dairy Queen video?
Yes.
Oh my god! If you haven't, you gotta watch that shit. It's fucking hilarious. Jim Cornette at Dairy Queen. That's all you gotta look up.
Have you heard Cornette comment on Danhausen?
Oh,
Yeah, hilarious shit. The TikToks are hilarious.
Or the cameos and stuff that they
Or cameos. Yeah, cameos.
that people
Hilarious
literally
shit.
Danhausen cameos to send to Jim Cornette.
that's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, if you haven't seen those, go on YouTube and check it out.
Gregor, what do you have in your hand there? Scott Hall.
Scott Hall.
Rest in peace, sir. Thank
Yep.
you. Uh-oh. Here. How did that happen? But yeah. So yeah. That's good time to be a wrestling fan. There's a whole, who knows what's gonna happen. It's the WWE first of all, so you never know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, I want to touch on this. When they brought Mickey in for the Rumble, they did tweak the fact that they called it the Impact Women's Championship. But as we all know, it's the Impact Wrestling Knockouts World Championship. Okay, whatever. And they never once called it Impact Wrestling either. For whatever reason, WWE won't say wrestling.
No, there's a whole list of words that they're not allowed to say. Wrestling is one of them. They're not allowed to call the championship a belt or crap.
You know, that's exactly what the fuck it is. It's a fucking belt.
Yeah, and it's phrases that they are supposed to say instead, like what's the one that always pisses me off? The
It's not a title
world
shot.
title opportunity.
It's not a title shot. It's not a title shot. It's a world championship opportunity.
Opportunity. Like nobody talks like that.
Hospital.
It's a medical facility.
The nearest medical facility.
Oh boy. More on Wikipedia. No, it's lame. Like, it's wrestling. It's the second letter of your name. WWE, World Wrestling Entertainment.
Yeah.
There's a commercial, a radio commercial. I forget who it's for, but it's this young girl wants to grow up to be a pro wrestler. I'm just thinking, yeah, nobody ever wants to grow up to be a sports entertainer. Like, nobody wants to be a sports entertainer. You want to be a pro wrestler.
I never said that.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
always said I wanted to be a pro wrestler. I didn't want to be a sports
As
sports entertainer.
far as current angles and stuff right now with AEW, they're doing the sports entertainment group, the Jericho Appreciation Society, and then right next to it you got the Blackpool Combat Club with Regal building a group of wrestlers.
Regal.
That is so on purpose. We're gonna get a huge team, two huge teams put together, and just all out
blood and
for.
Huh? Probably the next blood and guts match.
Mm-hmm.
Like, which is AEW's War Games for those who don't know.
But, that'll be a hell of a match.
Hell yeah! But when they brought Regal in, I was so happy that he kept his name, because I was so scared that we were gonna have to start calling him Darren Matthews.
I was kind of hoping for Steven Regal.
Right. I would have been happy with that, but because that's how we all were introduced to him. He was Lord Steven Regal in WCW. It's a Blue Blood. But then late 90s, he's a man. You know what I mean?
A man's man.
Squeezing oranges with his hand to make orange juice. Oh man. But then here comes William Regal, and it's just holy fuck. He's great. Probably the greatest wrestler to never been a world champion.
Easily.
Would you guys agree?
Well, that's a topic for a different podcast. I can think of a few right now. Scott Hall being one, Kurt Hennig.
Scott Hall, yes, for sure.
Even though Kurt Hennig was AWA champ, but it was the dying days.
He was a world. He was, like
I don't know if I
he
count
was
that.
the AWA. But
In the dying days.
Jerry Lawler was also AWA world champion.
But that was that in the 80s sometimes?
He beat Kurt Hennig.
Right. And it might have been at one of those Super Clash.
I want to say it was because it was Memphis Wrestling. Like that's who.
Yeah.
Like that's who Jerry was representing there.
Yeah.
Like did the whole angle leading up to it. But that we'll get into that on another show because that is a good topic. But no, Regal, like another one of those that's always been there. Like he's always been on my TV in some capacity. And fantastic worker. Like everything he does hurts. Looks like it hurts. And
one of the few legitimate badasses in professional wrestling.
Will hurt you if you piss him off. Like that's the guy you want backing you up in a fight.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He'll stretch a motherfucker.
If you ever watched his matches with Finley, both those two, just how fucking strikers they are.
The matches between Regal and Finley remind me a lot. Well, I'm reminded a lot of those by Togi Makabe versus Tomohiro Ishii from New Japan. If you've ever watched those matches and the slugfests that they are, they're just fucking straight up brutal Japanese strong style. That's Regal and Finley. Like,
oh yeah,
to a T. Just boom, 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 nonstop. You're gonna hurt after this match, even though you're not the one in the ring. You know.
Another good example of that style, the recent match of fairly recent, Walter versus Ilya Dragunov, NXT UK.
Oh yeah, that one beat. Okay, to that point, the most brutal match I had seen was Walter versus Pete Dunne. The first match. Walter beat him for the championship. But you're talking about the most recent Dragunov Walter match, right? When he
the pandemic era empty arena.
Oh, the empty arena match.
No, it was pandemic era, so no crowd. Yeah,
right. But when he won the title from him, is that what you're talking about?
No, Walter retained. It was the
first match they had.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, for sure. But it fuck, that was brutal.
Yeah, just how hard they went with no crowd.
Yeah,
like, ridiculous. There's no reason to go that fucking.
It was more brutal. It was more brutal than the stuff they did in West Side Extreme in Germany, and those matches were hard hitting as fuck.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. That empty arena match was holy hell. Like, why would you do that to yourself? Like, how do you get up after this chop? Like, Walter's chops.
They're terrifying. Like, I
never want to deal with that.
Yeah, no, I would just run.
Yeah, I would just, here, have the title. I don't fucking want it anymore. If that's what I have to go through, take this. I quit. I'm done.
Like when R-Truth won whatever title and Dean Ambrose came up to him and was like, hey, I'm going to come after that, right? And he was like, oh, you want this? Oh, here, just take it. 2 championship changes in one night? This is a good show.
Yep. Oh, R-Truth. I love that guy. He's a legend. That man. Holy shit.
They need to acknowledge his K-Quick era more.
They should, because that was a fun song. First of all, the one he and Road Dogg did, that was fun. That song was fucking fun. Okay, but yeah, K-Quick. A lot of people are like, "Who the fuck's K-Quick?" It's R-Truth, but long before he was R-Truth, before he was Rhonda Truth Killing, he was K-Quick.
Yup. He literally looked exactly the same.
Yeah.
He has
20 years ago. Yeah, he's still the same guy.
20 fucking years ago.
Yeah.
He's the exact same dude. He just has longer hair.
Yeah, basically.
And he has his name on his pants now. Like he airbrushes his pants. That's about it.
A little thicker.
Oh man, Krager, what do you want to see?
I want to see more Jackass. No, I'm just
More
kidding.
Jackass?
Like I think it's headed in a good direction now. You know what I mean? Like it was getting a little rough to watch for a while there. Even, I mean, not so much AEW, but like WWE was getting really rough. Like, you know, I was tired of coming in and out of it. So hopefully they keep it interesting now.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah.
Knowing them, they probably won't. Like
No.
WrestleMania is going to be the only reason to keep watching. That's going to be like the only good show they do all year.
Yeah.
You know, honestly, I'm okay with it as long as NXT keeps producing good like live specials. Like,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
will always tune into a War Games match. I don't care what company puts it on. I love the War Games format, and honestly, I don't know why WWE didn't bring it back earlier. Like,
Yeah.
that the War Games match is perfect for Survivor Series.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because Vince hates all that old Southern wrestling shit. So,
So, like I've said at least 3 times in this show, Vince needs to retire.
Yeah.
It's not about him anymore. But, oh man, Tony, Colt.
yeah.
This has been fun, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Colt, what's next for 13? You guys got anything coming next? New shows coming?
We got a few shows coming up. I believe this Saturday coming up, we are playing somewhere in Austin. I think it is the Valhalla Esports Bar. And other than that, just the build up to October 13th and that next album coming out. And we're getting ready to kind of tease a new single from that album.
Oh, sweet. New stuff already. I can't wait.
Oh,
Yeah.
I can't wait. Because you guys know we've been supporting you guys since you popped up on my Facebook feed one day.
Yep.
I was just
Pretty much.
yeah.
These guys are our friends now. And it's been that way since. You've been on the show 3 times as a band. It was nice to have you here without the mask, without the makeup, just bare bones Colt,
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
Egore.
It was a hella fun being able to talk about something other than music.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yep. Like I said, we like to mix it up when we can.
Yep.
And we couldn't think of a better time to do it than after WrestleMania. But
Yeah.
Tony, our punk rock
Yes, sir.
wrestling fan from our group. Man, can't thank you enough for joining us again, man.
Oh man, thanks for having me.
Oh,
Yeah, dude.
anytime. Next time, I think we got our new wrestling co-host.
Yeah, like I said, anytime, let me know. I'm always thinking of ideas and shit to talk about.
Oh,
Here's another idea. Was Bret Hart the greatest WrestleMania performer of all time? I've been thinking about that these last few days. You just ponder that one on your own time.
That's gonna
About
take some research.
The matches that he has had at WrestleMania are some of the greatest matches of all time.
Oh,
And I'll just,
that's gonna take some research. But
yeah, I'll just leave you at that for now.
we might to be continued. Would you say, guys?
Yeah.
Oh
We
yeah.
could definitely talk about that another time.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh man. But guys, thank you so much.
Thank
Colt,
you.
Colt, we love you, man. Good luck with everything with 13. Keep doing what you guys are doing. We know you. I know you got your snake thing happening. Your snakes are awesome.
Yep.
Yeah.
Can't wait for more 13 stuff, man. Keep the metal flowing.
Will do.
And then Tony, man, keep doing what you're doing, man. Have fun. Well, cannot wait to have you back.
Right on.
All right. Krager,
Yep.
This was fun, dude.
Yeah, dude.
And again,
Yep.
rest in peace, Scott Hall. Thank you, Undertaker. Later.
Yep.
Let's check it out.
Introducing the newest WWF Wrestling Buddies, Big Boss Man and Jake the Snake Roberts. Clunk 'em, bonk 'em. Wrestling Buddies want to be your buddy.
Buddy, what's going on? Nothing, officer.
Body slam!
Hey, who's the wise guy?
Big Boss Man!
Murphy, What's going on?
Nothing, Sarge. Big Boss Man and Jake the Snake Roberts, the newest WWF wrestling buddies from Tonga, each sold separately.
Yeah!
Cool.
Throttle, Vinny, Moto, biker mice on battle bikes with the firepower to stop the evil Plutarchians.
Catch this, Carbuncle.
Every time.
Get his way, Stasis Vermin.
No way, Fist Face!
Grease Fiddle, grease them. Grease this. Whoa.
Time to rock and ride! Biker mice from Mars, bikes and figures, each sold separately, new from Galoob.